Good morning, everyone. Lee Taft here. Welcome to Speed Tips from my garage in the classroom. This is episode number 72. I wanted to make sure I got one in. I actually fly out here in a couple hours, and I'm going to be gone for about a week, but I'm going to try to get these speed tips going every day if I can. I'm going to do the best I can for you on this because I like sharing them and I want to keep it going here. But today, I want to talk about why these are fantastic, and at the same time, they can be the worst thing you do to help your athletes become quicker. Let me explain. So we know, we've talked a little bit about the 5-10-5 and tests like the combine test and why, those are important tests for athletes to try to make more money, okay? For some reason, if they test well, that means they make more money. Doesn't mean they can play a lick. It just means they make more money because they ran from that cone to that cone or from this start to that finish. And that means that they can actually perceive and predict things on the football field. Don't get it, but hey, anyway, that's what it is. So why is it good to have cones? Cones give you boundaries. They give you areas that you can train with. But why is it a bad thing? When we use cones and we have a boundary or a destination to change direction in the athlete's mind, they automatically start decelerating early. Okay, you'll never decelerate early in the live sport, though. You'll decelerate, especially on the defensive end. You decelerate based on the athlete that you're guarding or marking's movement. Okay. So, for example, let me set these up. So if I have a cone and I put it right here, and I say to my athletes, I want you to run as hard as you can to that cone, okay? Don't touch it. Just get your foot to the cone, plant, and come back. We're going to use a footwork pattern that looks something like this. They're going to run in. They're going to start turning. They're going to plant with their inside foot. They're going to plant their outside foot. Then it's going to be a quick reaction, elastic energy, quick impulse with this foot, and then they'll reposition, and then they'll take off, and they'll run. Maybe they're even shuffling. They're coming in, and they're going to plant, and they're going to shuffle. Now, what's going to happen in both cases is the athletes are going to start decelerating in their mind, and they're going to start tilting their body, okay? So I'm going to come in, and I'm starting to tilt, plant, and then I take off. Where I shuffle, I tilt, and I plant, and I take off. Well, that does not happen often, if at all, when I'm actually guarding or marking somebody in sport. I'll tilt, but the tilt will happen off a reaction. And the inside foot often has very little to do with it until it's time to push off. So if I'm running and the coach blows the whistle, what typically happens is I go and all of a sudden they just plant. This backside leg is just left out there, okay? I hear the whistle, or boom, I plant, and then I take off. Or my opponent changes directions really quick, and I take off. Or if I'm shuffling, all of a sudden they just plant. This inside leg, I don't get a tilt or a double deceleration move. This is a double deceleration. 1, 2. That doesn't happen that often. When all of a sudden the whistle blows and my partner changes direction, you just reposition. So if you're going to use cone drills, use them to practice loading tissue, angles, dorsiflexion, body position, things of that nature. It's almost like you would be in the weight room doing strength training. Use it for that purpose. But if you're trying to do it to make them quicker, you have to remember, change of direction on the defensive end especially is predictive, it's perception, it's reactive, and the feet move accordingly, okay? The feet don't, in a predictive, they don't come in and nicely glide and lean. They come in and just react, and then all of a sudden you go, well, like in a mirror drill. My feet just plant quickly, so I'm taking advantage of that stress shortening cycle, and I'm assessing the whole time. Are my athletes hitting the proper positions? Is that foot perpendicular to the direction they're going to have to go, or is it turned out, which creates knee glide, which we don't want, okay? So, great tool, but can be a dangerous tool. So when you set up all your drills based on cones and you have to go to this direction, the athletes automatically have a deceleration mechanism that says, well, I know I have to stop there, so I'm going to start repositioning and changing my body position before I'm even there. That's not how it happens. So we have to teach reactive change of direction to make sure that they're getting carryover or crossover from training to the sport. Okay, hey guys, we'll see you next time for episode number 73. Thanks now.